Welcome to Business Connect's exclusive interview series. This is Kajal Rubhal, your host. And today I have the privilege of speaking with Mr. Sunil Nanda, who is the MD of JS Group. The company has emerged as a pioneering name in the fight against polluted water bodies and chemical inputs in agriculture. So thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Nanda.
Thank you very much, Business Connect.
Pleasure is all ours. So, Mr. Nanda, our audience out there is very much curious to know about JS Group and its overall portfolio. So, could you just walk us through that first?
Yes, so thank you. Sure. JS Group, as you know, was formed in 2010, and that's about 15 years back.
Yes.
And we started with one company,
Okay.
JS Water Energy Life, and private limited company.
Okay.
And over the years, we have grown to three companies.
Oh, great.
So we are right now JS Water Energy Life,
Yes.
JS Aquaritin Global, and Bioritten Biosciences.
Okay.
So, what do we do in each one of them? That would be the next question.
Definitely.
So, JS Water Energy Life is the parent company. We do certain projects in this, like treating polluted rivers in India, overseas. In Malaysia, we've done some rivers.
Okay.
So, we do these kind of projects.
Okay.
In JS Aquaritin Global, we manufacture products that we research and develop, and we export.
Okay.
You would be happy to know that we export 87% of our production
Okay. Amazing.
to US, for example, largely to US. And in Bioritten Biosciences is where we develop new technologies
Okay. Understood.
for especially around microbial formulations.
Okay.
So this is the summary of our JS Group.
Okay, okay. Amazing, Mr. Nanda. And
Thank you.
also, yeah. So I would also like you to shine some light on, like, when it comes to, you venturing into the field of, advanced nanobiotech solutions. So how does it helps in water treatment? And also, I would also like you to talk about what's the implementation of this into the agriculture field. So would you like to talk about
Yeah,
that?
yeah, sure. So, this whole company and the concept behind it was to develop new innovative solutions.
So,
People like our Prime Minister today talk about innovation. Everybody down the line
yeah.
speaks of innovation. And, I come from a place where, like Haridwar, Roorkee, where
Oh.
Ganga goes through, and I've seen the deterioration in the river water quality.
Truly.
So that was really a pain point for me. And, then I went more and more into this subject, and I discovered that, the conventional solutions like sewage treatment plants, setting up big plants,
Okay.
they really don't work as well
Indeed.
as they claim to.
Indeed.
So we thought, why can't we treat a river, polluted river, as it flows?
True.
And to do that, we had to go into nano and biotechnologies.
Okay. Understood.
And that is how this concept was born. And it took us, at least 6 years to develop these technologies.
Okay.
We failed again and again, and finally we succeeded.
Okay, understood. So as you mentioned that nanotechnology played a very significant role, like in the overall functioning of what JS Group is all about. So I would also like you to talk about your two core and I would say the most successful products, Aquaritin and Bioritten. So would you like to walk us through that as well?
Yeah, so we have these two names. They are our brands. They're called Aquaritin
Okay.
and Bioritten. Aquaritin came before,
Okay.
and then Bioritten.
Understood.
Aquaritin is nano nutrient technology.
Okay.
Yeah,
Understood.
it incorporates mostly nanotechnology.
Okay.
And Bioritten is something we built around biotechnology.
Biotechnology. Okay.
So together that's how these two products work synergistically
Understood.
to clean up rivers.
Indeed. Amazing, Mr. Nanda. And also, I would like you to talk about some challenges that comes your way while dealing with this solution this is the I would say that this is not an easy job or a walk in the park. This is such a major scale, I would say, production. So what are the key challenges that you face and you address them accordingly?
Yeah, to start with, the major challenge was to develop a product successfully.
Okay.
So, as I told you before, we took 5 to 6 years to develop that product. It wasn't easy. We would develop a product, go to the lake, test it, fail, come
Okay.
back to the drawing board, redo, go back again,
Yeah.
fail, and that cycle went on for quite some time.
Okay.
But after that, bringing the product or a new technology to the market, as you know, always has challenges.
True.
Yeah, it's not specified in the books, it's not kind of immediately acceptable to people, especially the government authorities.
True.
They go by the books, they go by previously what they've used.
Yeah.
And if
True.
you bring in a new thing, so we developed a strategy around it, and we said we will first export
Yeah.
and then come back to India. So we took on this challenge of pushing our products, or bringing our products to US market,
Okay.
and that's where we found our initial success.
Truly inspiring, Mr. Nanda. And when it comes to India, India has, I would say, like most polluted, I would say, rivers in terms of water bodies. India has, such. I would say diverse pollution. I would say polluted water bodies. So, how do you ensure that your products meet up to the mark, and they are just impacting and making the impact in a way that address the Indian landscape and Indian water ecosystem?
Yeah, you're very right. In India, the pollution is very aggressive
Yeah.
in water bodies. You have industrial wastewater flowing, you have domestic wastewater, you have
True.
untreated wastewater, you have fertilizers, pesticides, all running off into the rivers. And therefore, you need very aggressive solutions.
True.
And this nanobiotechnologies that we have developed is based on this aggressive pollution.
Okay.
Also, I want to bring an important point,
Yeah, please.
that the health of the rivers and the cleanliness of the rivers is based on three platforms. So you have technology, you have laws, legislation
Yeah.
to keep them clean, and then third is the enforcement.
Informers. Yeah.
So the third pillar of ours, the enforcement part, is very weak, unfortunately.
True. True.
So if you want your rivers to be clean, that burden from enforcement shifts to technology.
True.
So indeed, we need much better technologies, much better than what US uses.
Yeah.
For example, the rivers are very lightly polluted, the lakes are very lightly polluted.
True.
But in India, it's very aggressive pollution.
Indeed.
So we try to bring these aggressive solutions to aggressive issues.
So, Mr. Nanda, going ahead with a list of my questions, I have a specific question for you. That so far, GS Group has treated so many water bodies and cleared like so many sport grounds. So, in this significant journey, is there any project that has made a huge impact in your journey, and that has made it remarkable for you to be shared out there with the audience?
Yeah. Many projects come to mind, but few projects, of course, stand out.
Okay.
And they were the turning points, so to say, in our journey. So one such project on river remediation happened in Malaysia, where there was a very badly polluted river.
Okay.
And there are so many slaughterhouses in Malaysia. They pollute the water very, very badly.
Okay.
So, and they weren't finding a solution to it. And then we have a distributor there.
Okay.
He offered our technologies.
Okay.
The government accepted it. And from class 5, like class 5 is something like Yamuna in Delhi.
Okay.
And we came to class 2 river in just 3 months.
Okay.
So people didn't believe it. I mean, it was evaluated by something called UKM University, like equivalent of IIT Delhi. in Malaysia.
In Malaysia. Okay.
So they evaluated our project, they were so happy,
Hmm.
and the government was happy, and therefore we got more orders.
Okay.
That was one such point. The second, in the golf course industry, where we use our agriculture products also. And, there's something called PGA, Professional Golf Association.
Okay.
They are like the apex body of golf, and they have some of the best courses. They're called PGA courses,
Okay.
where, you only find American products and German products and British products. But we broke that barrier,
Okay.
and
Amazing.
we entered into that, the best in the class golf
Okay.
courses. And
Amazing.
those, so consequently, we've got 4,000 golf courses that we do internationally, right from US, Europe, Ireland, Germany, Australia,
Okay.
and many other countries. So that was the turning point in the golf sector. And of course, in India, we have recently done, and we're doing that, a river called, a channel river called
Okay.
Jantikiro in Kharar,
Okay.
in Punjab. And, that 44 MLD river was very polluted, getting all the inputs, the pollution from the city of Kharar, flowing through the farmers' fields. And
Okay.
farmers were blocking it, they were protesting.
Okay.
And they said this river is bringing, disease,
Diseases. Yeah.
and also it's bad for our fields.
Hmm.
So we treated and we showed it to them,
Okay.
and the sarpanches were also happy. They're still so happy, and we continue to do that. The buffaloes are back, the birds are back into the river, the river
Okay.
water is clean, and I think that will be a turning point for us in India.
Indeed. Indeed. Listening to this is so wonderful, Mr. Nanda. So, one curious question from my side, Mr. Nanda. As you know, that two major rivers I would suggest in North India, Ganga and Yamuna. So, is there any possibility that you have some magic technology, I would say, to clean both the rivers and to show us hope, or we can get a a ray of hope that yes, one day both these rivers would see like a clear water and would just be able to see a better future?
Yeah, very, very pertinent question. Right from Prime Minister downwards, and our people want to see Yamuna clean. They
True.
want to see Ganga clean.
True.
And so is for so many rivers in India. Yeah. And we've been working silently towards it.
Okay.
So that's how we started with smaller rivers. Now we are in a position to say that you give us 1 year
Okay.
and we will clean up the Yamuna Delhi segment within 1 year, because we've done it in Malaysia, we've done it elsewhere, and we are very confident of our product.
Okay.
And one more thing, that we have recently signed up with IIT Roorkee, a collaborative agreement.
Okay. Amazing.
And IIT Roorkee also, as you know,
Yeah.
is the foremost university, IIT,
Institution. Yeah.
for especially in hydrology issues,
Okay.
especially in water quality.
Okay.
So we just had our first meeting, and I think both IIT Roorkee and us could do a wonderful job, which has
Okay.
not been done in India,
Okay.
to bring alive, to rejuvenate rivers,
Okay.
the polluted rivers that we see. I've traveled around, I've seen villages along the river are suffering from cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, because heavy metals are going into the groundwater. They are using that on the
That
crops.
water.
Sometimes they're drinking it. It's causing, cancer is a huge problem now.
Indeed.
And I think people need an urgent solution. And while the government sets up, sewage treatment plants and all, it takes time. I think you give us, I would say, if they give us 1 year and tell us here is Yamuna Delhi segment, or 22 kilometers long,
Okay.
we can do it.
Okay. So, have you proposed this to the government so far yet, or or you might need some time to go ahead
No,
with that?
now that we are with IIT, we're going to propose this.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
And I think we are strengthened with the relationship that we have with IIT. And our products, we're getting more and more confident.
Okay. So good news for the people out there. We are eagerly awaiting that day that when we will see Ganga and Yamuna being rejuvenated again. So thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And I would say that you have shed the light on what you have done for the water bodies. But for agriculture, as you mentioned, like what has been the key contribution of JS Group in this direction?
Yeah,
Hmm.
we very pertinent question, which we didn't cover till now.
Hmm.
On the agriculture side, we are only developing non-chemical,
Okay.
be it herbal or be it biological.
Okay.
So only those kind of solutions which are safe,
Hmm.
which have no side effect. You
Okay.
must have recently read about this report. 14 people have died after pesticides was sprayed on the crop and they
Ah, yeah,
consumed
yeah.
it.
Hmm.
So, I think for a better world,
Hmm.
we have to move towards herbal
True.
solutions, towards non-chemical solutions.
Indeed.
And we have, over this time,
Hmm.
developed about 8 to 10 solutions.
Okay.
That includes for the most pertinent problems that India is facing.
Okay.
And one of them I will tell you is about salinity. Yeah.
Okay.
That water is getting saline.
Okay.
The farmers, when they take out water from the bore wells,
Okay.
from the irrigation wells,
Mm-hmm.
of course, it's very saline. It doesn't let the crop grow.
Okay.
And so we have we are developing a solution for that.
Okay.
We are developing solution for sodic soils.
Okay.
That's also where sodium levels are very high.
Making
Your
the
crops
soil
won't grow in there.
infertile.
Yeah,
Mm.
it makes soil.
Okay.
And then we of course have solutions to enrich the soil biologically, safely.
Mm.
And our flagship product is integrated nanonutrient. So
Okay.
it has NPK,
Okay.
which it also has all the secondary and the trace nutrients,
Okay.
and it's a fantastic product which is foliar applied.
Okay.
And we recently tested also in Indore. Of course, we sell a lot of this in US,
Okay.
but in India we are now beginning to start.
Okay.
And in few years you'll see us a credible name
Okay.
in the agriculture industry, and that's largely because of integrated, intrinsic research and development facility that we have here. Some of the best scientists, some of the best equipment. Now we are in collaboration with IIT Roorkee.
True.
So hopefully you'll see some good news coming out of this.
True. We wish to see that day soon. And on one side, you are addressing the water pollution. And on the other side, I would say this is a good news for farmers as well as us, because whatever we are consuming is full of chemicals nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, you think of the next generation.
Yeah, true.
How much chemical would they be consuming?
Yeah, yeah.
Because earlier people used to cultivate crops in their houses,
Yeah.
around their houses.
True.
But now everybody is buying from the market.
Buying from the market. True. So good news for all of us, I would say, and we wish you all the best for future endeavors. I guess this brings us to the end of this conversation, Mr. Nanda. But before signing off, I would say that is there any message that you would like to be conveyed out there to the audience who are listening to us? Any kind of keynote or words of wisdom based on your such an extensive experience?
Yeah.
Please.
I think one thing that I want to tell the audience, the government authorities is that please be open to accepting new technologies. Even our farmers, most of our Indians are somehow have a mental, framework of doing what they've been doing over time, and what the other guy is doing next door. So, but the government is quite closed on new technologies. Like if you go to China, they encourage new technologies a lot.
Indeed.
They even fund, and we don't find that kind of support here as much.
Understood.
Although there's some support, but not as much. And people are also open to technologies. We have an office in Thailand.
Okay.
People, look at our technologies with great interest,
Indeed.
which I don't find
In India.
in India.
So I guess for the people out there, they should be open to new things. As we say that to grow ahead in life, we must learn to accept new things, and especially when it comes to technologies which can just change the course of our future, the future of the mankind. So with that, Mr. Nanda, I would like to thank you so much
Thank you.
for providing us your precious time, and sharing so much insights with us and sharing the journey of your organization. And we hope to see you again in our Business Connects exclusive interview series for more of such inspiring content, and also for more your technology. Our viewers out there would love to know about that, and also I hope that they would be lending the support in this direction.
Yeah, thank you very much, because I have a relationship with Business Connect, and I'm very comfortable working with you people, and I would love to continue this relationship and reach out to people.
Thank you so much. Pleasure is all ours. Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Nanda.
Thank you.
So viewers, as you can see, we are at the Research and Development Lab of JS Group, and I have with me Dr. Pawan Kaur. Okay, she is the head of R&D department. So thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Pawan.
Thank you, Kajal, for having me.
Okay, pleasure is all ours. So Dr. Pawan, please let our viewers know like what is going on here in terms of your formulation. What is the overall process that goes for preparing a herbal product?
Kajal, we are producing here herbal formulation. These formulations are totally eco-friendly and hazardous chemical free. So we are producing these herbal formulations as insecticide formulations for agriculture, horticulture crops.
Okay.
So our aim is to reduce chemicals totally from the horticulture, tea plantations, coffee plantations. 50%, more than 50% tea and some fruits rejected for export due to high content of chemicals or pesticide in that fruit. So here we are replacing these chemicals with our herbal formulations.
And Dr. Pawan, I can see that this is quite an interesting setup out there. So could you just walk us through the steps, like how is the final formulation is made?
Yes. So here we are extracting herbal ingredients that we required for any kind of formulations.
Okay.
So after extraction, we can come to the next lab.
Okay, yeah, please. Yeah.
So after extraction, we are doing mixing and emulsifying these products here.
Okay.
We are making emulsion based formulation here.
Okay.
After emulsification of these formulations, we are filling bottles with this formulation.
Okay.
And after quality control check and all microbial contamination, heavy metal contamination, and after third party testing, we are finalizing these bottles for packaging.
Understood.
So next lab is for packaging. We can go there.
Okay, fine. Okay.
So here we are doing labeling.
Okay.
Labeling of bottle for particular specification of particular product. And after labeling, final step is packaging.
Okay.
And final formulation is ready for transportation.
Okay, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for walking us through the lab.
Thank you, Kajal.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you
Pawan.
very much.
Hello viewers, meet Shefali. She is Executive Director at JS Group, and today she is here with us to have one-on-one session. So welcome to the session, Shefali.
Thank you, Kajal.
Okay, so Shefali, our viewers out there are very much curious to know about your journey and your expertise. Okay, so please walk us through that.
So I'm actually by education, I'm a biotechnology engineer. However, like many engineers in this country, I started my career very differently with business development.
Okay.
So I held several roles in the renewable energy space, as well as in the retail space for business development. Then I moved to marketing, which I did for about 4 years for an edtech company. And following that, and with all that experience and knowledge that I have gathered through those 10 years in the corporates, I'm now here, where my role is to expand JS Group's presence across India as well as international markets, and introduce our novel technologies to government stakeholders as well as corporate stakeholders.
Okay. So could you just elaborate on that, like all of your products, when we are talking about that, what is the targeted segment, and what are your clients, and what is your clientele basically?
Right. So we have three main, segments of expertise. One would be the water segment. One is our agricultural segment, and one is our turf segment. So clients across these three segments are very different. Turf and sports turf industry will target clients like superintendents of these courses. So every golf course has a superintendent who is, the senior most person, decision maker for what products are being used within the golf course, and to maintain the upkeep of that golf course. So that's our, client for the turf and sports segment. For the water segment, it's a mix of government stakeholders as well as, corporates. In corporates, we focus mainly on, the CSR policies and initiatives within corporates, as well as corporates' effluent treatment needs. So that is for the water segments, and agricultural is a relatively new segment that we've opened up, and we're exploring initiatives to get our products to the final consumer, which is the farmer.
Okay, amazing.
Right.
So thank you so much for speaking with us, Chef Wali,
Thank you.
and all the best for future endeavors.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Kavya.
So dear viewers, thank you so much for patiently watching this whole story of JS Group. We are truly appreciative of the way they are rejuvenating the water bodies and retaining the soil health with chemical-free agro products. Stay tuned for more of such inspiring content, and keep viewing and keep growing. Until next time.